Hello, and welcome back to this episode of the Lifelong Podcast. I'm your host, Coach Molle from Three Pines Leadership, and I'm so glad you're taking this part of your day to spend with me here at the podcast. Woo! So this episode, I want to talk about, let's have a hard conversation. Let's talk about raising your standards. Yeah, but before we get into that, make sure you connect with me on all of my different social platforms on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and more. Woo! Yes. And also make sure if you are watching the podcast on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe so that you get notified of all of our different episodes, all of our different updates, and all of our different lives and uploads and all of that kind of fun stuff. All right, let's get into this episode. It's going to be a relatively short episode. I'm giving you a lot more content throughout the week these days. Check out all of our different platforms and you'll be able to check out our different podcasts, our different YouTube videos, and so much more. We got lots and lots going on. So, yeah, raising your standards. Bottom line is, if you set low standards and you don't set the bar high enough for yourself, you're going to end up, how do I say this? Living those low standards. If you don't expect more of yourself, you're going to end up living in your mom's basement till you're 50. Like it's just going to continue that way unless you hold some kind of an idea, some kind of a goal in front of you. So most people believe that they're being reasonable or they're being not selfish when they set low standards. But you get what you tolerate in life, to be honest. Having high standards is a way of respecting yourself and getting the most out of your life. Life will rarely give you more than you demand from it. So ensure that you're demanding enough. Try some of these ideas. Identify the areas of your life you'd like to change. Of course, we'd all like to change our values in all areas of our lives, but there's nothing wrong with that one. However, your short-term success will be greater if you focus your attention on a single part of your life. It might be your finances, your relationships, your health, or any other category of your life, but make sure you're picking one singular focus at a time. You can accomplish great things. Just go at it baby step, one step at a time. The second thing is to set a new minimum. So let's imagine that you want to improve your finances. You might need a new standard for your income, your rate of savings, or your spending. Take a look at the items that are related to your area of focus and set a new minimum for what you're willing to tolerate. Do you think the wealthiest of the wealthy, like Elon Musk, would be satisfied with only earning like $250,000 a year? Do you think that great investors like Warren Buffett would be satisfied with a 2.2% return on his portfolio? Of course not. And that's the big reason that they're wealthy. They're setting the bar, the low bar, higher than most of us are. So pick your goal and pick your bottom. Make sure that you're picking them above where you currently are. Push yourself forward. Thirdly, begin making the actual changes. Begin step by step, making progress. New standards are a starting point, but now you have to make actual changes to your life and behavior to meet those new minimums. If you need to increase your income to meet your new standard, it might be necessary to look for a new job or create a business that you can run on the side. A standard is really just a goal. What you need to do in order to reach that goal is what you need to figure out. Fourthly, incorporate those changes into your identity. You can force yourself to go to the gym a few times or to save an extra $200 each month, but it's not easy to make those changes stick long term. You have to believe that it's part of who you are. This new change is now wrapped around your identity. And here's how you can accomplish that. So if you're beginning a gym habit, for example, make a note of each time you step foot in the gym and say to yourself, See that? I'm the type of person that goes to the gym, even if I don't feel like going. That's who I am. It sounds really silly, but it works over time. Keep proving to yourself that you're the type of person that makes this happen, does the particular behavior religiously. Next is to monitor yourself. Ensure that measure your progress, I should say, and congratulate yourself for it. Give yourself a verbal reward. Jump up and down, smile, pat yourself on the back, throw yourself a little dance party. It doesn't matter, but ensure that you're enjoying your progress. You'll be more likely to stick with your changes that you're making when you're tricking your brain in some respects. You're not tricking it; it did the work, but you're triggering your brain to be excited and to be happy, and to therefore seek more of that. So that's going to push you to continue to do those behaviors. You're rewiring your brain, in other words. Next, you want to keep going. You'll probably raise your standards many times over your life. You'll keep pushing that bar further and further and further. Pick a new area of your life to address and go for it. You're turning yourself into a more successful person with each iteration, with each cycle, with each push of your goal. Raising your standards is the first step to improving the quality of your life. Most people don't consider their standards at all, or they have standards that are far too low to live the life that they have always wanted, they've always desired, and they've honestly always deserved. Demand more of yourself and the people around you, and from life in general. You'll struggle to receive more than what you're willing to tolerate. Raise your standards, push yourself further, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Until then, remember, I love you, and be excellent to each other.